in our minds when we think of hip hop underground, we have the image of Ranveer Singh in some alley, in some dark place. So can you describe the ambience?
Shockingly enough, that's true. That's how it is.
Oh.
For the first time, movies are showing the
As you
right
can see on
thing.
the screen right now, 80% of the people watching our videos are not subscribed to the channel. If you are not subscribed, subscribe. Back to the podcast.
Hi guys, welcome back to Coffee Conversations. Today we have the amazingly talented and kind Zehra Ali. She's a dancer who has racked up crores of views on her dance videos on YouTube as well as Instagram. She has also impressed the jaw-dropping Laura Gottlieb on MTV Colors of Youth. For your convenience, we have posted the timestamps of this podcast in the comment section as well as in the description. On to the podcast.
So, welcome Zara to Coffee Conversations. How was your day?
It was good. A hectic one because I had my office, but yeah, good.
Okay, so my first question for you is that in your bio you mentioned something called as popping, and I saw that you were familiar with the underground hip hop culture in India. So could you please elaborate on that?
Popping is basically related to street dancing, and my forte is popping as a dancer. I try to do different styles as well, but popping is something that's really close to my heart. And talking about the underground scene, I would say as of now, it's like really, really growing fast in India mainly because पहले इंडिया में इतना ज़्यादा popping और hip hop scene, underground scene या hip hop basically people did not know much, but thanks to Gully Boy and people, the Gen Z who's promoting the hip hop scene so much. तो underground scene का भी ऐसा है कि like India में it's growing so fast that there are underground battles happening like every day and in every corner of the city, even in the city that I live in and जो भी like towns हैं जो भी है because like artist people like जो हमारी एज के लोग हैं आर्टिस्ट काफी ज्यादा उसमें आर्टिस्ट कैटेगरी काफी ज्यादा है तो एवरीबडी वांट्स टू लर्न न्यू थिंग्स एंड उसमें जो पूरा अंडरग्राउंड सीन बन गया है हिप हॉप फैमिली बन गई है दैट्स आल्सो रियली नाइस बिकॉज it's like a family, everybody supporting everyone, and it's a whole scene, a whole chain going down there, and the people in general don't really know much about it. It's like a whole family, हमारा पूरा एक circle होता है and उसमें people are jamming and we are मतलब competing with other people और battles हो रहे हैं उसी जगह पे and पूरा jam sessions हो रहे हैं, people are vibing together, so that's exactly how it happens and थोड़ा dark atmosphere ही होता है, there's hip hop music going around and that's how it actually is.
So, I have a question for you. Judging architecture, dance, and graphic design, that these are a lot of things, right? You're doing. So, who's your biggest supporter?
I would say my mother and my brother as well, both of them, because my brother is also he's a cinematographer. So all that I've learned through all these years, the years that I've grown up, is because of him. I've seen him like listening to hip hop music and being around that artistic atmosphere. So because of him, he has supported a lot. And my mother, because coming from a Muslim family again, so there are a lot of restrictions in general, but then my mother is the one who like kind of supports me every time, be it whatever.
In your bio, you mentioned that you are a part of MTV Season 6, Colors of Youth. So, I don't watch much MTV. So, what is Colors of Youth? How do you explain it?
Okay, so MTV Colors of Youth, it is a multi-talent show. So for all the people like college students in general, and इसके बहुत सारे seasons थे. So the season I was part of was season 6, and I think before COVID it went on till season 8. So the season that I took part, I participated in two seasons. It was season 6 and 7. Season 6 I got selected. Season 7 I tried again, but I didn't get selected. So season 6 की story है कि the judges were Lauren Gottlieb. You might be knowing Lauren Gottlieb
Yeah,
already, and
Of
Benny
course.
Dayal.
Okay.
And Benny Dayal. So these two were the judges, and I saw इसका poster हमारे college में आया था, and I saw and I thought कि यार let's give it a chance, मतलब जाके देखते हैं, let's just bunk college one day and go. So I went and I performed there without even thinking about it कि क्या है, मतलब even thinking about the results कि क्या होगा, I had no clue कि इसके आगे क्या होना है क्या नहीं होना है. I had no idea, and it was like India was divided into 4 zones for the Colors of Youth. It was divided. I was coming in the North zone. तो इसमें ये था कि 4 जोन से they'll be finalists and then they'll compete for the for the national level for the actual championship of Colors of
Okay,
Youth.
yeah, yeah.
So I went there. I did my dance, and that was prepared just the night before because of the hectic schedule of architecture. And
Yeah.
I went back home thinking कि I performed and it's all done. And then what happened was I get a call, I pick it up, and they say that, hello, we are from the team of Colors of Youth, and where are you? You've just been selected. And I was
Okay.
like, what? And even surprising part is that then what she said was, and also Lauren Gottlieb really wanted to meet you. Like, where
Oh
are you?
God.
And then I went home thinking that I wouldn't get passed through this round at all. And then there I was. There were 5 or I think 6 people selected, and all of them were boys. I was the only girl selected from my zone. So really happy because it was also a multi-talent competition. So like there were people from all fields of talent, like even guitarists, singing, painting, everything, A to Z, everything. And also, the best part was the other day I get up and I see that Lauren Gottlieb has posted a story for me. And
Oh my
I
God.
remember what she wrote. She wrote, this girl will give boys a run for their money.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You are the first girl I've seen on all of these audition rounds that can actually hang with the boys. You know, thank you so much. And there was an energy about you. Like you didn't even have to move. You just walked on stage and you stood there for your first audition. And it's like your aura. There's something in your aura. I quickly brought out my phone before your first step. Like I just knew it was gonna be something.
And people are sending me that
Wow.
story, is that you, is that you? And that was such a big fan moment for me. I was so thrilled. And also that experience also gave me a lot of confidence ahead, a lot of it.
Of course. So as you're on the topic of confidence, your viral video, जो हमने देखा हुआ है, ठीक है? I want to say it's intimidating to watch because there are so many people around you, ठीक
I
है?
understand.
So for everybody to get a certain level of confidence, you have to walk on coals, right? So are there any confidence building coal walks which you have done in your life to get to that?
I think that's like freestyling is the key. In terms of dance, I would say freestyling is the key because as a dancer, I gained so much confidence throughout the years in my art as an artist that for me, it's not like intimidating at all to go in front of like even a crowd of thousands. I'm perfectly fine to go and perform in front of them because throughout the years I've had my bad experiences, and even those have helped me a lot, that now it's completely fine for me. Even in that video, that the viral video I've seen, most of the comments, because I read almost all the comments on all my videos, so all those thousands of comments that are there in that video, most of the comments are like, how is she able to do that in front of, like, I need that confidence that girl has. So
Exactly.
that's, I feel really happy looking at all of that. But for me, it's very easy because of the journey that I've had, and I've performed at so many places that now it's more like a piece of cake.
Really? Piece of cake.
Yeah. But like it depends on person to person.
Yeah.
My personality is as such that already I'm an extrovert, so it doesn't hamper that much.
Sweet. See,
Yeah.
in the underground may, apart from the battles, one thing which we all know is underground artists. So, could
Yeah.
you please suggest a few ways in which we can discover such artists?
I think whatever genre that you are in, like for me, if it's popping, the way I've been introduced to popping was through the local artists that we have in my city. They introduced me to the art, and then I went on YouTube. I did my research. I did my part by watching tutorials, and then while you're going through all of that, I think in that process only you will come across so many people that will inspire you in so many ways. And for now, Instagram is the key. Instagram pe you go and search for single artist, you will find 100 others in his profile, his or her profile, or maybe in the suggestions anywhere. So it's very easy, and you just have to filter out the artist according to your taste. That's it. You can find like there are so much of inspiration everywhere around you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, like you said just right now, that you met a lot of like great people. So, what did you exactly learn from them? And like, could you name a few?
So the person that like there's one competition you guys must be knowing, Breeza Vivid Shuffle. So the person that who introduced me to popping just got to the, like, I think the semi-finals of the Breeza Vivid Shuffle, the popping section. So his name is Akash Verma. So I'm also from a crew, a hip hop crew. The name is 610 Hoppers. So he's
Wow.
also part of the crew, and he is the one who introduced me to popping, or like he is the one मैंने होता नहीं है कि मतलब confidence building and how to explore the art, not just dancing in terms of like showing it off, but actually understanding the meaning of it as an artist. And to learn things, I would say कि मतलब as of now people are more about के यार dance कर रहे हैं, but they don't actually know the foundation of the styles, if like they're calling themselves actual dancers. For them I'm talking talking
Yeah.
about, not the real ones.
Okay.
So
The
so
pretenders.
yeah. So that I would say कि foundation कितना ज़्यादा important है and कितना matter करता है, and also how to build confidence within yourself through freestyling, the importance of freestyling.
You spoke about the confidence, sorry, the foundation, I'm sorry. So
Yeah,
there are a few schools, dance schools. There's one very famous dancer called Shamak Dawar, I think. So
yeah.
he has a school. So for somebody who cannot, take out the time to go to such schools or cannot afford it, what can you suggest for them to do to master the art of dance?
Number one is freestyling. Just freestyle. Do whatever you want. There's nobody looking around. मतलब अपना just lock up yourself in your room. That's how I start, and that's what I do till today. That's how I do my freestyling sessions, or the time that I'm practicing with myself. So that's how to begin with. And secondly, YouTube is there. YouTube is free for all. Just go search for tutorials, search for basic drills, and you're good to go. Matlab, you'll have so much of information that you can, bifurcate it from, you can batch it out monthly for yourself to learn things, to learn the foundations, learn different styles, and there's styles within styles. So there's so much that you can learn through just your internet.
Like, it is
Okay.
difficult to if you're really into dancing, it is like kind of difficult to convince your parents कि मेरे को यही करना है. So if there are
That is
like
right.
there are people out there who are trying to convince their parents, पर वो parents convince हो नहीं रहे, तो उनको आपको क्या advice देना होगा कि what should you do?
So even for me, it's like कि मैं थोड़ा सा parents की side हूँ इस चीज में, because till a certain age, I even thought that I'll just go there and make a career in dance and I'll be pursuing my passion and all. But then throughout these years, I realized how maybe dance is for me, but not as a career, because the moment I start taking it as a job, I just I just kind of lose the feel. So that was the point that I differed on it. But for people who really want to pursue, I would say first try and prove it alongside your studies. Don't just go blindly into, yeah. I because of the experience I've had and the people that I have met, it's very difficult. And no, I'm not saying if it's difficult you need to stop with it. Just try and build and prove it first to your parents and to yourself. Just you need to know by yourself, okay, this is the path that will be fine for me. Even if parents are telling you that you need to be secure first, that's really the right thing. That's really the right thing. And if dance can give you the security, only then move forward with it. Because passion is fine, but I would say like securing yourself with that passion is also very important. Very important.
Correct.
Don't stop with it. Like I am also continuing with dance, but मेरा थोड़ा ऐसा scene है कि I don't want to, keep it under the pressure. I don't want to mix art with work and all. So it's
Yeah.
like, so for people starting out, just try earning from it. Start taking classes, like giving classes. Start giving classes. See if you can generate any income from it. Like up to online people do it. You don't need this studio and all. You don't need to invest in anything. It's just you and your art, so that you're good to go.
Zara, my next question for you is, what is the current state of MTV?
Okay, so the current state of MTV, I would say, I loved MTV back in the days when it used to be my time as a teenager. So I used to love MTV. But as of now, I would say it has become all about like Love School, Splitsvilla Road,
Uh,
and the list goes on. Roadies, though I even watch and I even like, but except that, those shows, I would say it's become more about the reality shows, and it has really lost its charm right now.
So it's on a downward sloping.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay. So Zara, this is a question which is a staple in our podcast, which is creeps question mark. Please elaborate.
Okay. Creeps. Okay. So, as a female artist, I would say, like, as a not even an artist, as a female anyone who's on Instagram, you are like, for sure you have to come across creeps in your message requests, in your DMs, in your live sessions, in your comments, everywhere they are there. And for that reason, I myself, like, I draw a boundary, and that also hampers my growth as an artist, because like, I'm not very much comfortable taking live sessions on Instagram, and that's some, like, in all of the reasons, one reason is this for sure. And like, maybe, like, if I open my message request, you will find so many creeps coming down. Like, I'll tell you one incident where a person really asked for apna phone number de do. I was like, what kind of confidence is that? That he's so confident कि मैं दे भी दूंगी. And there's so many messages. But you, like, the best you can do is just ignore them, because they're obviously people who are going to be there like that. Even on my comments, if there's any creepish comment that comes, I just straight away delete it. That's all you can do.
Another thing is that we know that you have a YouTube channel. Please go subscribe, guys.
Yeah.
So you know you do gaming. You do quite diverse things. So on your YouTube journey, however long it is, what are the few takeaways which you have learned?
So the first, the YouTube journey question is really nice. Nobody never ever asked me that.
Thank you.
So the first video that I uploaded was, I think, back in 2016, I think, and I uploaded it. मतलब बस ऐसे ही कि मतलब I have a ID and I have a YouTube channel, तो कुछ डाल देते हैं, because it was all blank. And then I forgot about the channel. फिर उसके बाद, the moment my video went viral, was the time I realized that this is the time I think I should start putting out content on YouTube as well. And I kind of feel YouTube is a safer place, like, in comparison to Instagram. I kind of feel safer there,
Yes.
like, because thus the live sessions that I get into on YouTube, but not on Instagram. And gaming ka scene ye tha, because I also, like, I used to play daily with the friends that I have, college friends and all. So I thought, like, why not just start streaming and give it a shot, and it would, like, give me a chance to interact with people who are there on Instagram as well. Like, initially I thought that I'll talk about dance, but then I couldn't, like, draw the boundary over there. So then we went on talking about anything and everything on the channel. So that was it. Go subscribe, guys.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Yes, there are reaction videos.
Yeah.
And the reaction video was also there, because I thought, like, let's keep this YouTube channel to do anything and everything that I'm ready to experiment with. That's why I made the reaction video.
Like, not many people really know about it, but Instagram पे whenever you post something, उसकी shelf life बहुत कम होती है. But on YouTube, it is not like that. Your videos are recommended even after 5 months, 6 months. And the major difference is that it is a search platform, right? Instagram is not a search platform. So if
Exactly.
someone can search for a video, like a particular video. So I think that is a big advantage of YouTube.
Yes, and also I feel YouTube पे you don't feel like there's a race going on जिसमें अरे यार
Yeah.
मेरा trending जाएगा कि नहीं जाएगा, मैं viral होंगी कि नहीं होंगी. That's never there. You just put out your content and you're gone. कि मतलब it will work on its own depending on the content, the quality of the content. Instagram is not really about that anymore. So
Again, let's go back to your YouTube channel. So you, in your first reaction video, you watched a video by the legend dancer Salman ji. So if you had to give any advice to him, what would it be?
the advice would exactly be what I've said in the video. Stop dancing. Like, there are actors and there are dancers who can do their job well. As of now, I think, like, I know people love Salman Khan and he dances well for them, but for the general public, I think they think otherwise. So I would really just stop with it. Big Boss and all is fine. I like him in Big Boss.
Nice.
Would you go to Big Boss, Zara, if you're called?
Yes, I would, and I would go only for one reason is मुझे वो सुबह उठ के डांस करना है उनके सॉन्ग पे. I want to see how positive it feels, how happy they look when they get up in the morning. I want to do that with cameras around me.
So, Zara, my last question for you, since this is a mini podcast, would be that what would your advice be for content creators who are starting out now?
I think right now the most important thing is just don't pressurize yourself with the thought that like you're running in a race. I need like I just said before, I need to get viral. I need to go trending. And yeah, trending audios पे ही मैं reel बनाऊंगा तभी मैं famous होऊंगा. Yeah, even not on Instagram, like anywhere on any platform. Just focus on your art, and if you do that with purity and with passion and a little bit of consistency, which I kind of lack right now. But I think consistency is really important for even your personal growth as well. I think you're good to go with that. Just don't focus on the other elements that are running around on the platform. Just don't focus on yourself. And I think as an artist also, if you're thinking about going viral and all, then you're playing with your talent.
So once again, Zara, thank you for joining us today. It was amazing having you. I always
Most
refer to our
welcome.
first meeting. The first meeting was legendary, and I hope that all of you who watch this video will think that this meeting was also pretty legendary. Thank you, guys. See you in the next podcast. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.